Captain Ibrahim Traore, the new voice of Africa compared to MLK and Obama, a speech style like no other. Captain Ibrahim Traore, the youthful and resolute leader of Burkina Faso, has risen as a compelling figure in the new wave of African leadership. His speeches are drawing comparisons to those of global oratory icons such as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and President Barack Obama, and for good reason. Traore's words resonate with deep intelligence, profound historical awareness, a sense of moral urgency, and a majestic charisma that commands both respect and reflection. In an era where many political speeches have become formulaic or manufactured, Captain Traore's oratory feels like a breath of fresh air, natural, graceful, and electrifyingly powerful. What sets Captain Traore apart is his ability to fuse conviction with calm, power with poetry, and passion with purpose. He does not need to shout to be heard, nor does he rely on excessive theatrics or props. With minimal notes, if any, his delivery is remarkably fluid, showing not only a mastery of the moment but a deep understanding of the history that brought him and his country to this point. His speeches often speak to the heart of African dignity, liberation, and the rejection of neocolonial subjugation, echoing the energy and clarity of Pan-African thinkers such as Thomas Sankara and Kwame Nkrumah. Just as Dr. King's words painted vivid pictures of justice and moral righteousness, and Barack Obama's speeches blended inspiration with policy clarity, Traore weaves an African narrative that is bold, intelligent, and historically conscious. His speeches do not merely rally the people of Burkina Faso, they stir a deeper continental consciousness. He speaks to the wounds of colonization, the betrayal of corrupt elites, and the lingering influence of foreign powers. Yet, he does not remain trapped in the language of blame. Instead, he calls for restoration, for national self-respect, for unity, and for a new African horizon, one that is authored by Africans themselves. Please like and subscribe to keep this channel alive. Thank you. When Captain Traore addresses his people or the world, he does so with a calm assurance that seems beyond his years. His voice is steady, almost lyrical, often carrying the weight of centuries. There is something magnetic about how he presents his posture, his cadence, the deliberate pauses, all carefully composed yet completely organic. This is what makes his oratory so remarkable, the blend of intellectual brilliance with emotional authenticity. Unlike many leaders who require a teleprompter to stay on message, Traore is often seen speaking extemporaneously, drawing from a well of lived experience, philosophical study, and revolutionary zeal. This spontaneity doesn't make his speeches any less polished, rather, it makes them more believable, more real, and more grounded. Another striking feature of his oratory is the imagery he uses. Traore speaks in metaphors and analogies that bring complex geopolitical realities into focus. He will compare sovereignty to the dignity of a mother, or liken colonialism to a chain still wrapped around the ankles of Africa. These are not random phrases, they are carefully chosen tools that cut through the noise and reach directly into the hearts of his audience. His language is accessible to the common person on the street while simultaneously intellectually challenging to diplomats and scholars alike. In this way, he walks the line that Dr. King mastered of being a voice for both the oppressed and the visionary. Even in international forums, Traore's speeches are bold yet dignified. He does not bend to political correctness when speaking about France's historical exploitation of the Sahel, or the structural injustices of global financial institutions. But he does so without vulgarity or bitterness. Like Obama, he maintains a tone of reason and grace, even when addressing uncomfortable truths. He believes in the power of words to build bridges, even as they dismantle lies. His calm demeanor in the face of hostility or skepticism demonstrates a strategic intelligence that is rare among leaders under such immense pressure. Traore's youth and military background do not subtract from his eloquence, they enhance it. He speaks as someone who has seen the chaos of war and the hypocrisy of global diplomacy. Yet, he does not let this disillusionment lead to cynicism. Instead, it fuels a kind of righteous hope, the kind that King spoke of in his dream, and Obama referred to when he talked about the audacity of hope. In Captain Traore, the world sees a new African leadership that is not just about resistance, but about rebirth. Please like and subscribe to keep this channel alive. Thank you. In conclusion, Captain Ibrahim Traore is not just a military leader or a transitional head of state, he is a voice of a generation that refuses to be silent any longer. His speeches, elegant and intelligent, are as much calls to action as they are historical milestones. He stands in the lineage of great orators not because he imitates them, but because he channels the same deep truth, moral clarity, and spiritual power. As Burkina Faso and much of Africa redefine their futures, Captain Traore's voice may very well become the sound of Africa rising majestic, bold, and free.